So tonight, Sophia helped me pass out 2 song sheets, so I hope you have them. I maybe did not make enough copies of the second one for everybody, but at least for people to share. So this Shabbat, we begin, as you'll hear when we get there, we begin talking about the tabernacle, the building of the tabernacle, the sort of wandering altar in the desert. The sanctuary, if you will. And in this week's parsha, we have the Hebrew, Va'asuli mikdash v'shachanti betocham. So that's some words in our first song. Later, for our closing song, we're going to sing, the title of it you'll see is Vayikahel, which is the Torah portion like 3 weeks from now. But these next several weeks are all kind of about the same thing in the Torah, about bringing the gifts to Moses and contributing all that they have, all for the Israelites to contribute what they have to the building of the Mishkan. And so I thought, it's sort of a seasonal thing. It's not a song. It's a beautiful song. It doesn't really make sense to sing it when we're in Genesis, but this way it'll be a little familiar if we sing it over the next few weeks while it's relevant. So we're going to start, though, with Sanctuary, which you may remember from previous Shabbats. Oh, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. And with that, I would like to welcome up our Oneg family tonight to light our candles, Rich. Yeah, first.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivenu ha'ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat. Okay, and now we turn to page 138 to welcome in the Sabbath bride. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Yishmi'anu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, v'shemo tiferet v'vitila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nei Shabbat tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, kiva orekumi ori, shir daveri, kevod Adonai alayich nivla. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Lecha dodi likrat kala. Pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, toch emunei am segula. Boi chala. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. You may be seated. We continue now the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, ve'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayetecho beit Yisrael. Bagala uv'izman kariv v'imeru amen. Yehesh merabba mevarach ve'alam ul me'almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yinaseh v'yithadar v'yit'ale v'yithalal shemei dekudesha b'richu ve'la min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma ve'imeru amen. On page 146, we come to the Baruch Hu. Please prepare yourselves for the call to worship. You may be seated. We continue in English on page 149. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Page 151. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean this struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. On page 152 is the Shema, followed by the Ve'ahavta. I invite you to prepare yourselves for these words of Torah. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha b'derech uvshachbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tizkeru ba'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'hiot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. You may be seated. We read responsively on page 157. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth.
The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love.
From bondage in Egypt we were delivered. At Sinai we bound ourselves to your way.
Inspired by prophets and instructed by saviors, time and again we overcame oppressive forces.
Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day when the nations shall be at one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea.
Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilo tosefele, nora tehilo tosefele, malechutecha ra'u vanecha pokei ayam, lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, ze Eli, anu ve'ameru Adonai, yimloch le'olam va'ed, mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha neder bakodesh, nora tehilo tosefele, nora tehilo tosefele. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. On page 160, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu, Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, v'hamidenu, Shomrenu l'chaim, ufros alenu sukat shelomecha, v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha, v'hoshi'enu lema'an shemecha. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leShalom, v'hamidenu Shomrenu l'chaim, ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu l'chaim u'leShalom, me'ata ve'ad olam, ufros alenu sukat shelomecha, sukat shelomecha. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael. Page 162. Take it back up. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. U'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Ve'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. We come now to the central portion of our evening prayer. The Amidah begins on page 164 and continues over the next few pages. I invite you to prepare yourselves for these words of blessing. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'Neihem, Leman Shemo v'Ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen, Abraham ve'Azrat Sarah, אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל, אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. Please be seated. We continue together on page 173. Disturb us, Adonai. Ruffle us from our complacency. Make us dissatisfied. Dissatisfied with the peace of ignorance, the quietude which arises from a shunning of the horror, the defeat, the bitterness and the poverty, physical and spiritual, of humans. Shock us, Adonai. Deny to us the false Shabbat, which gives us the delusions of satisfaction amid a world of war and hatred. Wake us, O God, and shake us from the sweet and sad poignancies rendered by half-forgotten melodies and rubric prayers of yesteryears. Make us know that the border of the sanctuary is not the border of the living, and the walls of your temples are not shelters from the winds of truth, justice, and reality. Disturb us, O God, and vex us. Let not your Shabbat be a day of torpor and slumber. Let it be a time to be stirred and spurred to action. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 174. Find favor, Adonai our God, with your people Israel, and accept their prayer in love. May the worship of your people Israel always be acceptable. God, who is near to all who call, turn lovingly to your servants. Pour out your spirit upon us. And just Wednesday, we started a new Jewish month, so we're going to include that insert on page 174. Our God and God of our fathers and mothers, on this, the beginning of the new month of Adar, be mindful of us and all your people Israel, for good, for love, for compassion, life, and peace. Remember us for well-being. Visit us with blessing. Help us to a fuller life. Let our eyes behold your loving return to Zion. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence returns to Zion. Baruch atah Adonai, hamachazir shechinato letzion. Page 177. When we behold your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and stars that you set in place, what are we humans that you are mindful of us? We mortals that you take note of us. You made us little less than divine, adorned us with glory and majesty. You gave us dominion over your handiwork, laying the world at our feet. How majestic is your name throughout the earth. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. Page 178. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav, Al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech Adon, Yisrael b'chol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם תשים לעולם. We take a moment now for silent prayer. You might use the words on pages 180 and 181 or the meditations of your own heart. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך אדוני צורי אדוני צורי וגואלי May the words of our mouth and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, our rock and redeemer. We turn our thoughts now to those who are ill or injured and in need of healing. We have on our Mishaberach list Ricky Grant, Mary Kennedy, Edith and Norman King, Skip, Kathy and Jeffrey Brace, Denise Logan, Ruth Brenner, John Kaur, Rosalind Cantu, Peter Winkler, Karen Thompson, Dean Atchley, Sharon Buell, Jean Walker, Louis Perlman, Eileen Milner, Mike Haug, Bill Brooks, Brianna Campbell, Josiah Pendleton, Denise Smith, Lori Perry, Scott Platts, Dave Avery, Bob Sparkman, Gail Garifo, Cheryl Maniho, Seal Honig, Wendy Labanow, Benjamin Hartman, Scott King, Donna Thatcher, Chegg King, Debbie and Paul Nicely, McKenna Heiss, Bob Katz, Nick Joliot, Rebecca Barnes, Steve and Marion Renard, Bernice and Bernard Strassner, Eddie Milgram, Robin Cohen, Ethan Cantwell, and Miriam Levy. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do so. The Mishaberach is on page 371, and we hold in our hearts all those in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. Mishaberach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Ve'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishaberach imotenu Mekor HaBracha Li'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema. the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We also pray for the health and safety of all those in our community who are active military duty, first responders, and peacekeepers, those among us whose jobs are dangerous so that our lives might not be. We have on that list Oni Hinnanen, Joshua Ehrlichman, Martin Brown, Richard Rubino, Howard Mergler, Kyle Smet, Andrew Booth, Joseph Cald, Daniel and Bridget Stambowski, many members of the Nemero family, Pete Abelson, Jeremy Sharkey, Benjamin Hurd, Alexander Furman, Daniel Gilman, Curtis Miller, Rob Apgar, Ben Farrell, Caleb Menzies, Francis Petraka, and Noah Kaplan. And of course, all those in the armed services and on ships at sea who tune in and watch us on YouTube and are a part of our virtual community. May the one who blessed our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, bless those who are serving in our armed services. May God guard them and keep them from harm. If they find themselves in danger's path, may God bring them back whole of mind and body to all those who love them. May it be your will, Adonai Tzevaot, to lead them to safety and to protect them from each and every enemy and ambush. May God make their journey successful and guard their going out and coming in with mercy and love, and let them be blessed to return home with life and peace, now and forever. And let us say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. So this week's Torah portion, Parshat Truma, as I said, it kicks us off for the next few that will revolve around the building of the tabernacle or Mishkan, the establishment of the new rituals that will occur in conjunction with having a formal altar travel among them, and even the garments that the priests will wear while they perform said rituals in the traveling altar. This week's Haftarah is similarly about the building of the Beit HaMikdash, the temple under King Solomon. So in this week's Parsha, God says, as I said, V'shachanti, Va'asuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham, which means, make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them. Bereshit Rabbah, a book of Midrash around the same time, written around the same time and by many of the same rabbis as the Talmud, offers the opinion that from the beginning of creation, the Holy One of Blessing desired to have partnership with the beings in the lower realm. And when did the Holy One of Blessing solve this? In the setting up of the Mishkan, as it says, and the gifter on the first day his offering. Also a quote from this week's parsha. And this is the first of the creation of the world. Said the Holy One of Blessing, it is as if on that day I created my world. Now, of course, the Holy One of Blessing did have partnership with the beings in the lower realm from the beginning of creation. It wasn't always a perfect partnership, but God dwelled in the Garden of Eden among Adam and Eve. Enoch walked with God. Noah worked with God to save and rebuild the parts of the world deemed worthy during and after the flood. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob held a covenant with God, a covenant that was renewed through Moses and later through various other kings and priests and prophets during times in which a Mishkan or Mikdash stood and times in which there was no centralized place to commune with God. And today, again, an era without a centralized tabernacle or temple, we are able to relate to the higher power of our understandings in whatever way, in whatever place we find moving. But there is also something very moving to the idea that God wanted to dwell among us, among our ancestors, wanted to know that there was a home and a place that all Jews understood to be a secure location for the divine. And for us too, it can be helpful and comforting to know that there is a place for everything, and everything has a place. We have home offices because many people agree that if work needs to be done at home, it's best accomplished in a designated workspace rather than with the laptop on the couch or something. So too, when we visit our past loved ones at their gravestones, we know that's not where their souls are, but it feels more grounded, a more grounded way to communicate with them. And we pray in synagogues, though we know it is, of course, not the only place to do so, because it's comforting to pray together at set times and in sanctuaries laid out in specific designs meant to mimic the ancient singular sanctuaries. Undeniably, in my experience, when work is able to be accomplished efficiently in a comfortable position, or when we are visited at home by the spirits of our loved ones, or when we are spontaneously prompted to blessing by the beauty of the world, it is all the more delightful and touching and authentic than when we went to seek it in its proper place. But if we sat around waiting for those moments of perfection to just fall upon us, we might never experience true accomplishment or achieve weekly spiritual refreshing. Having the proper space and time carved out for us helps us to reach the goals that we entered that space to do. It better sets us up for success in the time we allot for ourselves for that aim. In the coming weeks, I invite you to be mindful of how the physical construction and design of a space around you affects your attention at any given moment, and how you can better craft your habitations to suit your different needs throughout the day and week. I'm not talking about a great undertaking of remodeling or any such thing, but things like limiting excess in a room, to reduce possible distractions and keeping organized. I shared this thought with someone earlier today and said, basically, Marie Kondo your way into creating your own temples at home. And he also shared that he had also thought of Marie Kondo in reading this week's Parsha from a different perspective, that God tells Moses to tell people to bring the gifts from their hearts. And later we'll hear in a different Parsha about this issue about this topic that the wise-hearted among the Israelites brought gifts of their heart. And so he said it's like, it sparked joy. They held a thing and it sparked joy, so they gave it to the temple. So think about that. I haven't actually seen her Netflix special, but if you have, it might inspire you. And even if you haven't, like me, allow for that mindfulness to take note of what is in your way physically as you move about your day mentally. Through this mindfulness of space and creating zones designed for specific goals, we can turn any space in the temple or the Mishkan we need in our lives. It allows for a grounded structure to ensure ourselves a place to commune with that which is outside of ourselves. May we create the peace we need in our homes and offices and synagogues, that it may radiate throughout our lives and follow us wherever we travel. Amen. And Shabbat Shalom. We turn now toward our concluding prayer, so I'm going to invite Rich back up to open the Ark for Aleinu, which is on page 586. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. Please be seated. And now we turn our thoughts to those who are no longer with us in body, but remain with us in spirit. This week marks a yahrzeit for Stanley Bartosiewicz, Rose Ann Pearl, David Platt, Jean First, Benjamin Berkowitz, Pearl Lefferson, Israel Reichner, Arnold Mallins, Abraham Dotner, and Emmanuel Thaler. And we are still within the year mourning for Peter Wang, Carmen Shentrup, Alex Schachter, Helena Ramsey, Meadow Pollack, Elena Petty, Joaquin Oliver, Gina Montalto, Kara Lochran, Luke Hoyer, Chris Hickston, Jamie Gutenberg, Aaron Feiss, Nicholas Dworet, Martin Duke Anguiano, Scott Beagle, Alyssa Alhadef, Diane King, Rodney Smith, Amanda Chazen, Tom Metzler, Norman Rosen, Renee Adler Kaplan, Lee McCoy, Jeannie Gersom, Betsy Klarman, Ivy Bells, Daniel Stein, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Cecil and David Rosenthal, Bernice and Sylvan Simon, Melvin Wax, Irving Younger, Alexandra Haley, Pat Burton, and John Jenkins. If anyone else has a name they'd like to share at this time, please do so. Mourners Kaddish is on page 598. Mourners and those who wish to join, please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almayah, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudesha b'richu. Ve'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim alenu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. You may be seated. Oseh shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Imru. Some announcements. Let's see where. This Sunday, religious school at 9:30, adult ed at 1. Next Sunday, neither is happening. No religious school, no adult ed in honor of the long weekend. I will be out of town. Next Friday, adult ed, the 15th. Sorry, not adult ed. Tot Shabbat. Next Friday, the 15th. Tot Shabbat at 6:30. Regular services at 7:30. The following Friday, the 22nd, is a family Shabbat. Services start at 7. The Thursday before that, the 21st, we are having our fundraiser at Beer Works Brew Republic. Brew Republic is the name of the venue at Stonebridge. And it'll be a fun night, just relaxing, eating, drinking, whatever. Part of the proceeds will come back to the temple. But also, it is a brewery, so you can also take beverages to go and bring them back here for our Purim Katan teach-in. I almost said drink-in. That's not the primary focus of the event, but it is BYOB on Saturday, February 23rd, while our ISJL fellow is here to teach us and spend some time with us. Speaking of their visit, on Friday, February 22nd, we will be going to dinner at the All-American Steakhouse in Manassas, the one that's right around the corner from here, at 5 o'clock before services. So if you haven't had a chance to meet our ISJL fellow, Sierra, they're a really cool person, and we will all be out to dinner before services. So if you're available that early, do come and enjoy dinner with us. Okay, I think, is that all we have in the next couple weeks? I don't want to get into March yet. We're ahead. Okay. Yes. Oh, Sisterhood, February 24th. Lunch at Bar Louie at 1, and then Piece of Pottery is the name. We're painting your own pottery at Piece of Pottery. And do let Juliet know if you're coming. She needs RSVPs, and specifically if you want to paint a piece of Judaica pottery, there is limited stock, but if we give the pottery place a heads up, they can make sure they have enough of such things. So RSVP if you're coming at all, and especially RSVP sooner if you want to paint Judaica. Okay. I think that's all that's on our schedule for February. There's a lot going on between adult ed and services and Sisterhood and our ISJL fellows. So keep track of things. There's more coming up in March as well, but I don't want to overwhelm you all right now. Okay, so our closing song is this other song sheet. Wise-hearted men, wise-hearted women, bring what you can, silver and linen, wool of crimson and of blue, and the bodies I gave you. Build me a tent that I can dwell in, incense and oil and precious stones. And when you walk, I'll walk beside you. And where you live will be my home. Bethlehem, guide them well. Build me a place to dwell. Build me a lamp with 7 branches, made from a single piece of gold. 7 cups like almond blossoms, from their petals fire glows. Make me an altar of acacia on the corners for gold rings. Make me a pair of holy angels to guard my words beneath their wings. Oh, Aliyah, fill them with love. Make me a place to live. Melt down your copper mirrors to make a sacred bowl, and fill it up with holy water to wash your bodies and your souls. Weave me a cloth with angels' faces, just as fine as thread can sew. And when I see how they surround me, I will know that I am home. Wise-hearted men, wise-hearted women, bring what you can, silver and linen. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Please join us for the Oneg and Kiddush.